The next one is let's look at let's translate this into real audiences as systems and machines understand. So for that, we use the IAB Tech Lab audience taxonomy, which can then parses this into income levels, education levels, geography, and points directly to the tiers and the values that are in the taxonomy. Then lists all the potential segments that this media brief refers to, like adventure travel, camping, green vehicles, luxury cars, and also the purchase intent, like the user wants to purchase new vehicles, they want to purchase SUVs or crossovers, and then lifestyle, like what kind of lifestyle a potential audience should have, and the technology interests of the audience. So all of this is done, and then we also use the UCP or the Agentic Audience protocol to create the embeddings for this, like the context, the content categories, the consent that they have that we require for personalization, measurement, targeting. These are the three purposes that we need the consent for the audience, and then the audience intent and interest, all broken down from the IAB Tech Lab taxonomies into embeddings using the UCP. So the next step is to check the pricing and availability with our sellers for this. So we issue that command, and what you see is that there are publishers avails that. So you can see on the seller agent on the right, moment we issued the command, it kind of responded. I have HBO Max, I have Peacock, I have Paramount, and I have Hulu. And then similarly, with the pricing, and then on the DSP side, they kind of provide the pricing for the request that was made. And on the buyer side, you can see it all structured. That you have HBO Max. These are the avails. This is the price. This is the PMP flow price. And similarly for the DSP side, that we have the ComScore top sites with this pricing, apps with this pricing, and then we have on Amazon.com, and then we have premium networks with this pricing. And also then it breaks down like this, converts this into an open direct, which is the standard for making these direct buys into the open direct standard. And then what we want to do now is, like, we've received the avails, we've received the basic information, and then we want to make sure that what kind of audience match do we have amongst these avails, so we can actually decide what to buy and how much to buy. So we'll do that using the UCP standard. So we'll convert all the avails and the information that was received into the embeddings, and then this using AI, like it's able to translate that into what kind of match do you have. So what kind of coverage do you get, what kind of match do you have, like it has a strong match for demographic targeting. It's also recommending that you might want to expand the contextual for additional reach. And it says that the reinforcement signals, which is basically the propensity to buy or purchase, are available for optimization. So with UCP, it can do all of that checks really quickly. Now we are ready to create an actual plan. So we'll ask the system to create an execution plan. So based on all the avails and all of the matching and the coverages, it creates like a plan with 2 lines for programmatic guaranteed, deal IDs, and then performance display lines for display and for mobile apps. So now that we have the plan, we want user approval to make sure that the user agrees with this plan and they want to execute this plan. So we'll say, yes, we want to approve this plan. And once this plan is approved, it's going through the steps to actually execute this plan on each of the seller systems.
Shailley, it would seem that no one can see your screen.
What are they seeing? What are you seeing?
They see the slide, not the demo.
People are saying now there are 2 tabs for this for the
but then some
screens.
Okay, everyone's chiming in if they can see the screen. There are two screens shared.
So, Barnaby, if you can you can stop sharing, then Shailley's screen will become the default, and everyone will then switch to that because it's not intuitive that they have to switch tabs.
Have you done that, Barnaby?
Yeah, it's good to go.
Okay. So can you? Okay. So if you still don't see it, just put it in the chat. But I'll just quickly go through and show what I spoke about earlier. Just do a quick round. So we started with the media brief, and we parsed and structured the media brief. We asked, and then we translated the media brief requirements using the audience taxonomies. And then we also created like embeddings with UCP to send to the seller agents. And then basically, once we made a request to the two sellers that we are working with, we got a response with all of the avails and the pricing that they have for direct buys, for deals, and for campaigns on a DSP. And then when we received that back, we structured all of that information in using Open Direct into how an order should be placed. And then we also did a match with UCP based on the inventory that they sent us, the avails that they sent us, matched with our requested inventory to understand what is the match rate and what is the coverage that we're getting with each one. So after that, we basically what this a buyer agent did was generate an execution plan for the media planner, like what exactly you should buy, which was like, you book 2 lines on programmatic guaranteed, use a programmatic marketplace for some of the part of the campaign, and then use performance display and performance mobile app for the rest of the campaign. It generated the execution plan, and then it asked for the user to kind of approve the plan, which I said yes. And now it is ready to generate the booking lines. On the right hand side, like you can see in the seller agent, the activity will show you like how it's responded to my earlier request. So the activity is available on all three of the agents. And then I will say, yes, go ahead and book these programmatic guaranteed line. So we'll look at the publisher server. So it's basically, you can see the activity here that seller received that order using the Open Direct object. And then it is able to book a line on the GAM server. So I do have the GAM server here. We'll just click here and then all orders. And you can see these are the 2 lines that we had just made a request to, and they have booked for the Rivian R2 launch campaign. So going back, the agents for next steps. So once that is done, I want to execute the PMP deals and attach to a DSP. So I said I ordered that. And as you can see, it's creating the PMP deals, providing the PMP deal IDs back to the buyer agent with the pricing and the deals being created. And then the last step is to actually book the performance campaigns on display and mobile. So we kept that order, and you can see the activity on the DSP agent, where it creates the attached deal, creates the performance campaign, and creates the mobile campaign. Now, after all of this is done, we can to have a summary. We have a full summary of the execution plan, all the successfully created campaigns on on 2 different seller systems, including the direct, the PMP, and the DSP campaigns. So that's basically the demo that we built. And back to Barnaby. And then we did talk about creating the deals ID, but we have like hyperminds who've been working more deeply into that. So I'll welcome Dinesh Bhatt to walk us through what they have done and go deeper into how to manage deals.
Yeah, and before we hand off, that was great, Shailley. Thank you. And before we hand off to Dinesh at Hypermon, some questions around the embeddings. Joe Pitch, great question. Hey, Joe, good to hear from you. Hello, Brian May. Good question on the embeddings. That's why we want folks that have questions on that or want to evolve that, please join us, LiveRamp, and others in the Agentic Audiences Slack channel as part of the task force. So as we kick off development of, again, formerly known as UCP, now Agentic Audiences, that's what we're going to be diving deep into. So Brian, Joe, others that are interested in that, please join us there. Yes, Chris, the demo will be available. It is in our GitHub. We're going to open up the GitHub to the ecosystem later today. Dinesh, I will hand it over to you. Take us away, sir.
Okay, thank you, Shailley. I think this is a great setup for what I'm going to demo. Let me share my screen. Can you guys see the screen here? Do you want, Banu, if you have?
Yes, you're good to go. It looks great.
Okay. Others can see it, suppose, out there. Am I the only one sharing?
Yes, you're the only one sharing.
Okay, cool. Oh, excellent. Okay. So certainly, thank you, IAB Tech Lab, for inviting us here. Patrick, Barnaby, Tony, all of you behind the scenes make this happen. So we are really excited to be here. Shailley, I think that was a great demo, great setup for what I'm going to show. You have put all of that together and in a beautiful demo. And so I'll take this is all agentic, right? We are all working on agentic platforms now. And so what you built is great, that is needed. Now, what we are looking at is, building agents is good, and building agents for production, right, is a step above that. It's hard, right? It's not about prompting or tooling. It's about context, lifecycle management, governance, and observability, right? And at Hyperminds, we've been focusing on that for the last year. We've been building infrastructure for agentic systems in real environments and managing that full lifecycle of agents and workflows. We've been treating governance, compliance, and observability as first-class primitives to ensure that agents are deployable in production safely, and you trust it to do its job. So the architecture is completely model agnostic, cloud agnostic. It's designed for interoperability across the media ecosystem. This is all while being aligned to open standards. That's all we are talking about. The main thing is being aligned to the standards that IAB and others have been working together to make sure that we can scale this. So we are at a very important moment in the industry at all. It's how. So today I'll demonstrate to you an agent studio that shows a governed collection of agents and workflows, a role-based access control that are built for agencies and holding companies and brands. So specifically, I'll show you a deal scout agent, which will support agentic buying, deal buying, and it will dramatically reduce the time to discover and activate deals. So it's repeatable, scalable, and governed. Okay, let's see how that works. So let me zoom this a little bit. Okay, hopefully everyone can see this. So these are the pieces together. So let's see how it fits together. So we are talking of the deals API that's in public comment and going to be released end of this month. So on the left-hand side, you have SSPs, Index Exchange, Formatic, Magnet, others that push deals, negotiated deals, via the IAB Deals API, right? And then at the center, we have the Agent Studio. Buyer agents operate through 3 model context protocol layers, MCP layers, right? So we use MCP for, alongside the IAB APIs to enable end-to-end orchestration of agents, right? That's necessary. And on the right side, we have activations across multiple DSPs. So let's go back to the Agent Studio here. So we have 3